Are you planning to keep this up every night I have the closing shift? Well, as much as I enjoy your company, I'm afraid I'll be asked to set a trap out for you if you keep this up, you adorable devil. After all, the only animals we're allowed to serve in this place are the pigs we call customers. And unfortunately, the only reason we serve them in the first place is because they have money. Yes, I hear your complaints. I'm aware that you're hungry. Don't worry, though. I'm not wholly without heart. I did set aside some food for you. Granted, it's only leftovers, since I would get in trouble if I stole food from this place. Such a shame, considering all of the money I bring in, what with flirting with customers and getting tips. No matter, though. I did spare you what I could. Here, how does this look? You seem a bit hesitant to eat it. What, you don't honestly think I poisoned it, do you? I'm not a monster. I hope you realize this. Now, what's with that skeptical look? Sweetheart, I can't understand you when all you do is meow at me. You're scratching at the door. What, do you need me to let you out? Oh, I think I understand now. You think that I am a monster because of how early I send you away each night? Believe me, I only do it out of necessity. After all, I do have to close this place by a certain time of night or I get in trouble. Not to mention I do have a family of my own that I need to return to every night. I'm sure you have the same, yes? Ah, I see. I suppose that does explain quite a few things. After all, you do seem to be a rather young little kitten. Yet, you're all flesh and bones, hardly any fur, and you're always starving when you show up at the doorstep. I guess I shouldn't have expected you to have a family, little one. But I'm glad that I can at least provide you with something. It is the least I can do, considering I enjoy your company so much. Now please, I insist, eat what you can. Oh, there you go. Rather eager, aren't you? Oh, no, it's fine. Believe me, I'd probably be as hungry as you are if I was in your situation. Speaking of which, where do you stay? I know you can understand me. Don't give me that puzzled look. Once again, I feel the need to remind you that I can't understand you when you merely meow at me. Perhaps after I let you out, you could show me where it is you take shelter every night? All right, we've got an agreement then. And you are a kitten, so I think it's safe to say you're not lactose intolerant, but I think I'll defer to your judgment on this one rather than my own. Do you think a small bowl of milk would upset your stomach? All right then, one moment, I'll fetch it for you, sweetie. Now, don't leave your food. It is still warm after all. I went through a great deal of trouble to make certain of that. Go on, keep eating. I promise I'm not going to leave you. Hey, what on earth are you doing? Okay, fine. I'll stay and watch you eat, I suppose. But after I really must get you your milk. That is, assuming you want some, right? All right. Then do try to eat somewhat quickly. Don't give yourself a stomachache, though. I swear, if you do that, well, I suppose I won't be able to get mad at you. After all, eating quickly when you don't know when your next meal is going to come, it is understandable. And if you're used to having your food snatched away at the last minute, you'd certainly have a habit of eating rather quickly. But still, I don't want you to hurt yourself, okay? Oh, you really are such a sweetheart. You realize this, right? Well, I would hope so. Although, I do wonder if other people notice. You see, I have noticed that you're rather shaky when you stand, and when you attempt to walk, you do so with difficulty. I wonder, are you perhaps not being fed by your owner or caretaker? I see. You don't have one. Well, I guess it's a good thing you stumbled upon this place, huh? Oh? Oh dear. Are you perhaps going to be sick? It's all right. It's okay. Here. Let me get a cloth. It's all right. No, don't walk away from it. No. I'm trying to keep the floor clean. Look, it's okay. It's okay. What? What am I looking at? No, there's no need to panic. It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just give me a moment, okay? First things first, you need clothes. I think there should be a spare apron in the back. It's not much, but you can use it to cover yourself. Goodness, you're shivering. You really need this. Here, I did bring my coat with me tonight. You can take this as well. It's okay. Oh, all right. Here, I won't attempt to help you with this. I'll just set everything right here so that you can put it on yourself, okay? And I'll look away to give you some privacy. It's all right. I promise. I'm not going to hurt you. Nothing in this place is going to be used to harm you, all right? Just get some clothes on, warm yourself up, and I will turn around when you're comfortable with it, okay? All right. You're all dressed now? Good. Now, as I said, I'm not going to hurt you. You have no reason to be afraid, all right? Yes, I promise. Now just try to take a few deep breaths. In. Yes, just like that. And let it all out. Do that a few more times, okay? Until you think that you can breathe normally again. That's it. Just breathe in and out. In and out. Very good. Now, I would like to ask you a few questions if you wouldn't mind, but first things first. My name is Carla Yeager, and you are? Well, it's a pleasure to officially make your acquaintance after all of this time. Now, do you mind if I ask you a few more questions about, well, what just happened? All right, I promise I won't try to be too prying or intrusive. Now, what exactly are you? I don't mean to offend you in any way by asking that, but it is clear that you're not an ordinary human being. And of course, I don't mean this in any negative way. I simply mean that the features and abilities you possess, the ability to shift from the form of a human child with cat-like ears and a tail to a form rather resembling a kitten, that is certainly not an ability most people within these walls possess, at least as far as I know. I am curious to know what the proper term for someone like you is. Of course, if you'd prefer that I address you as a human, I will continue to do so. But, really, what are you? You don't know. Well, that's perfectly all right. Just answer me one other question, and I'll drop the subject of what you are. Are you a creature that would want to hurt me or anyone I'm around? All right, I suppose that is fair enough. Only the customers of this bar. That is certainly understandable. I can't tell you how many times I've almost wrung a few of their necks. I completely understand that. Then, moving on to my next round of questions. Do you have a place to stay? Well, as I noted earlier, you do tend to shake when you stand and you can't walk very easily. Not to mention, you're practically all skin and bones. You didn't even have fur when you were a kitten. So, part of me believes that you don't have a place to call your home. Is this belief true, or am I just grasping at straws? I figured as much. And the nights that you visit me, are they your only regular source of food? I was worried about that. In that case, if you'll trust me enough, I would like to offer you a place to stay, 3 square meals a day and all the company you could ever want. Yes, I'm being completely serious. I've known you for quite a while by now, though only in your kitten form. You do seem rather sweet and kind, and I'll be honest, it would certainly be nice for my kids to have some extra company. Yes, I do have children of my own, Aaron and Mikasa. I love them with all of my heart. And truth be told, I've been considering this for a while now. When I thought that you were just a kitten, I asked them if they would ever perhaps want a pet. They said that they wouldn't mind it. And, of course, I understand that you are far more complex than a mere kitten, but if you would like to keep this ability of yours hidden and perhaps remain in your more feline form for a while, I could take you home and tell my children that you're just going to be a pet. I'll make certain they treat you well and don't attempt to hurt you, and you'll always have access to warm food and fresh water. How does that sound? There is no catch. Unless, of course, you count asking that you don't hurt my children a catch, but something tells me you weren't going to do that either way, unless, of course, they attempted to hurt you, which they won't, I assure you. But really, there's no catch. All I do ask is that you, perhaps, consult me if you decide that you want Aaron and Mikasa to know about what you are. If you're all right with that, I really would like to offer you a place to stay, and you can even stay with us forever. Yes, I mean it. Why am I being so nice to you? Well, for starters, I really do enjoy your company. Not to mention you're always very sweet, very affectionate, especially in your kitten form. And I certainly did grow attached to you during our nights together. But also, maybe it's just because I'm a mother or because I know what the people in this area are capable of, but I couldn't bear the thought of leaving you out on the streets alone and defenseless, especially not in the dead of night when it is freezing and you can't see who's right in front of you. I want to keep you safe, especially with how kind you are. You deserve shelter from the cruelty of this world. I want to give you that, if you're willing to accept the offer. If not, I am more than willing to let you sneak in here every night and eat. It's all up to you. You can make the decision. What will my husband say? Well, considering he brought Mikasa home without consulting me, along with the news that she and my son had murdered a total of 3 grown men, I don't think he'll have the right to say anything about this. So the decision really just comes down to you. What do you think would make you happiest?